into it. It is Bonbeach off the first cab of the rank, and their year last year was ups and downs, and it was pretty bloody tumultuous with Troy Schwartz being assigned senior coach, and then only lasting Macca Gammas, I think three. No, it was half a season, wasn't it?
No, it was a fair way in. It was about two-thirds late into the
yeah.
season, and then Jackson Casey took over as interim playing coach.
Yeah, and I believe he's
moved on.
He's moved on, and senior coach for Bonbeach is now
Jamie Mollo, crossing from Red Hill, will be the coach of Bonbeach, I think, for the next 2 or 3 years, I believe, yeah.
Some will say that it's a great move. Some will say that it's not such a great move, but we'll see in the results. Any standouts, boys, for the ins and outs, please?
Well, I think the two Peckett boys heading over to Mount Eliza are going to be a loss. You look at the amount of players that look to have headed out the door, and it's going to be a real change in the guard. But then when you get a new coach, sometimes that's not the end of the world. The new coach comes in, they inherit what they've got. I know that one of their big ins, Missy, is a pretty handy player. To this side, so I reckon they'll just be a watch. It's a hard one to say, isn't it? Because when you look at all those outs, you think, geez, they're a reasonable chance to slide.
Yep.
But if they're going to back him, Gammons, like that, I love hearing that. I love hearing that if they're going to back him and give him the opportunity to have this first year to get to know your side, and then see what you can do with it after that.
Yeah, I've spoken to Jamie on the phone a couple of times. I said prior to the show, and I think he's pretty realistic of where the club's at. There are a lot of outs. The Peckett boys probably the exception, but a lot of those guys are probably on the older side, and they're juniors. I don't know what's going on. There's obviously a couple of things on social media about their reserves numbers and 19s numbers. I don't have any facts on that, but they had a really good 19s last year. So if he's able to mash 8 to 10 of those guys together and put them 100%. It'd be pretty similar to what you blokes did last year, and I think that's exciting. And a guy that spent 7 years at a club and won a premiership, 150 games, that's he must be doing something all right. So I actually think from the outside looking in, it's a pretty solid move.
Okay, I like that. It is a worry for me. You mentioned it, and so did you, Macca and Gammas. But every week we saw one of the Pecketts on the best players, and it's a worry that they're not going to be there. So let's hope that they've done their job in the off season, and Jamie's going to have them up and about. Let's move on.
There's still 2 Peckett brothers left there, so we'll see what.
That's true.
What happens there, Ace and Sonny. So when I was reading a write-up,
that's right,
in the Herald Sun that put high value on him. So I reckon we know he's a very experienced. He's a premiership coach, so he knows the path there. So I reckon he'll be okay.
I think the one thing that Bonnie have got going for him is they've got. They made a post about it after their hit out with Hyatt, is that they've got 20 out of their 24 players played through their junior club. So it'll be that connection piece that they'll be able to do, and obviously Jamie will be able to lead that, hopefully, in the right direction. And with that connection piece, it'll be good. Obviously we look at their outs and it's pretty large, but I think they're riding Missy pretty hard. He looks like a big body, and looks like he's a very efficient ball user. So it'll be interesting to see how they go this year.
Yep. Jamie was able to do it at Red Hill when he got to Red Hill. I don't know if you'd remember Macca.
He put him through that flag.
Absolutely. He the under 19s hadn't lost a game in a very, very long time, and he just embraced them and was able to inject some of them, and then hence their success over the years. So,
and sometimes you just need a fresh start. I reckon that's just what he needed.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good result for him. So it's just another challenge.
And travel alone, having spoken to Jamie a lot, travel alone was getting to him as well.
Because he's from up that way, isn't he?
Yeah.
Does some work with St Kilda Academy, I believe. And
a bit further up. Let's